Hello, so we're going to be creating a simple Photoshop design that we can use as a graphic email in Klaviyo. So I'm just going to be introducing the basic um, features of Photoshop, but I will not delve into the design aspect anymore because that's going to be customized. Um, just setting up expectations for this kind of design. Klaviyo will not be able to automatically adjust the design for mobile use. So if you want to view the entire design using your mobile, you have to position your mobile on a landscape position. Okay, then, so to start off, on the left side, you'd be able to see the tools in Photoshop. So we're just going to be using four basic tools. The Move tool. This allows you to move your image around the design. And then you have your Magic Wand tool. This allows you to delete the background of the image so that it will be embedded in the design. And the third one would be the Slice tool. This allows you to slice your design so that you can insert links on it. And then the Horizontal Type tool. This allows you to um, write texts on the design. Well, on the right side, this is where you will find your layers. So basically, your Photoshop design will be composed of layers placed on top of the other until your design is completed. So bear in mind that you have the option to move the layers around as well. Okay, so to start off, let's click on New, and then we're just gonna title this is Evanescence Sample, and then as for the size of the design, the width has to be small enough so that it can fit a Klaviyo block. So the width of the Klaviyo block is actually 600 pixels. So for it to fit, we can use 580 pixels. And as for the height, that would depend on on the length of the design that you want. So for this, we can use 580 pixels as well. So this is going to be a square design. So click on OK. So as you can see, a new layer has been created here. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add your wallpaper or your background. I already prepared one. So what you need to do is we just need to drag and drop it here. And you can see another layer has been created. Okay. So before we can place your image, we need to adjust it first. So, and you click on this icon here, and this allows you to maintain the ratio of your image so that it will not be distorted. Okay, then I'm just gonna adjust it. Okay. And then once you're fine with how it's placed, you can click on enter. Okay. So as for the name of the layer, you have the option to adjust to change. So we can change it to wallpaper, and so that later on you'll know which layer is on top of the other. You can easily adjust it as well. And this symbol here on the right side, this indicates layer visibility. So if you want to test if the layer looks good or not on the other side, then you have the option to make it invisible. For example, if I'm going to click on this, the layer goes out. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we can actually put in, we can add a header here. So as you can see, another layer has been created. So header, the title. So you can adjust. You can using the move tool. You can move it around, and then you can also adjust the font size as well as the fonts on the top part. So if you're done, and then as I said, you can change the title of the header here. I mean, change the title of the layer. But for now, we can go ahead with the layer um, header or title. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add your image. Add this one image, and you can just use this one. Okay, here. So as I said, you have the option to adjust how big you want your image to be. And once you're contented where it's placed, you can just click on the header and just click on enter. Okay, so the name of this layer is 334 by 163. So we can change it for that one. So as you can see, an extra layer that was created. This is a text layer, and so if we're gonna click on this and it doesn't uh, show anything, we have the option to remove the layer. Click on delete. Okay, this is your product one, and then we can add a new layer to put. And the next thing that we can do is we can add a description for this. Okay, so another text layer will be created. So description. Let's make it. Okay, we can adjust the size. Make it 14. Okay. We can name it here. And then we can also add another layer for um, price. And then another layer for the shop now button. So basically, what happens here is that um, there's no like CTA button really. So it's gonna be the entire um, image or entire part that's gonna be the CTA. Okay, so shop now. And we're gonna add another image. Okay, let's put it here. Make it bigger. So as you can see, this image has its own background. So to remove your background,